Let's go.
Got it, so.
Ah, fucking easy, mate. Oh, what's that light on?
Very naturally made the decision to fully support him, support his family.
Hello, I'm Owen Huggins. This is Solent Sports News at 3:30, keeping you up to date with all the sporting news from around the world. First things first, there's breaking news in the cricket. The Sri Lanka cricket team have been suspended by the ICC board with immediate effect. Unfortunately, that's all we know at the moment, but I'm sure there'll be more to tell in the following hours. The Cricket World Cup group stages are nearing towards their end, with South Africa versus Afghanistan currently ongoing as we speak. With Afghanistan winning the toss and choosing to bat first, Afghanistan are all out for 244, with South Africa currently on 152 for 4, with 20 overs remaining. After the worst start in the Cricket World Cup by reigning champions, England will be looking to bounce back with a win over Pakistan tomorrow. Although the competition is over for England, there is still a chance for Pakistan to progress through into the semi-finals. Pakistan would need to secure a landslide victory by over 287 runs to advance through the competition. Tottenham Hotspur midfielder James Maddison has withdrawn himself from the England squad following an ankle injury. The former Leicester Scarlet had to be substituted in the first half during their 4-1 loss to Chelsea on Monday night. He will miss Spurs' clash with Wolverhampton Wanderers this weekend. Burnley striker Lyle Foster has taken a break away from football due to his mental health. The South African striker has the full support of manager Vincent Kompany.
Very naturally made the decision to fully support him, support his family, obviously offer him access to all the expertise and clinical support that he needs. And at the moment, I think for him, we're wishing him a speedy recovery, and we're wishing him to be in a better place by the time he's ready to come back to it.
England manager Gareth Southgate has said Reece James's decision to not join the international squad could act as a risk for his place next summer. The Chelsea defender has only just returned to club football following a hamstring injury and has excluded himself from the international as he wants to take time to get 100% fit. Southgate said he completely understands his decision, but also stated that the player is aware of how it could affect his future selections. The Colombian Football Federation have confirmed that the father of Liverpool player Luis Diaz has been released by the NLA. The South American attacker had both of his parents kidnapped on the 28th of October. When Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp was asked about how Luis Diaz took the good news, he said it couldn't have come at a better time for him or the club. Brighton and Ireland centre forward Evan Ferguson has put pen to paper, signing a new deal with the Seagulls until 2029. The 19-year-old has 5 goals in 11 Premier League games this season and is seen as one of the hottest prospects in football. This news comes after Brighton's 2-0 win over 4-time European champions Ajax last night. Manchester United may finally have some new ownership. A deal is very close to being agreed between Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the Glazers for a minority stake within the club. It's believed that the multi-billionaire will pay £1.25 billion to acquire 25% of the club. Lords Hill Road runners are aiming to keep their feet on the pavement as they continue to run into the winter. Despite Storm Ciarán doing its best to keep people indoors, Lords Hill have hit the track to keep their legs and community feeling going.
In the face of Storm Ciarán, an eclectic group of Southampton residents braved the lashing wind and rain for their weekly training.
So my name's Ben Tavendale and I am one of the coaches within Lords Hill Road Runners, providing sessions for a mixture of groups of runners. Plan the sessions so that you can make it suitable that anyone can turn up and run, whether they be relatively new beginner to running or whether they're a really experienced, really fast runner. They can gain something from the session, and everyone can feel that they're all doing the same session, same effort, getting the same benefits out of the session.
So I just moved to Southampton to start my PhD, so I was looking for kind of a new community to get running with. Also, it's now dark all the time, so finding somewhere safe to run, to be able to run with other people during the evening is something nice to do. So that's why I kind of was like, push myself to come and try something new, meet some new people.
Swimming with the Masters group, and a friend there got into the London Marathon, so I thought I can do that. And so I started running. I started off with Southampton Running Sisters, women's running group, and progressed up to Southampton Athletic Club, and then Lord's Hill.
The varied group of abilities brings a wide range of benefits for the runners, suiting their different needs.
Really can't encourage enough people to run for their mental health as well. You know, I do it for myself. If you go too many days without a run, you can really feel the difference in your positivity and your attitude kind of draining away. So it's something we always try and encourage.
Southampton AC was good for my needs at the time because I was really wanting to improve. Not that I don't want to improve, but they were more forceful in their training, let's say, but stopped with them pre-COVID really.
I guess for me it was definitely a bit scary coming and doing something like this, but I don't think I'll regret it. I think it would be nice to have that community, and yeah, there's options out there. You don't have to go and run off on your own in the dark. There's lots of different groups like this within Southampton and other places, so I'd definitely say give it a shot. Even if it's scary for 5 minutes, it won't be the whole time.
Even in the adverse conditions, the members of Lord's Hill Running Club hurdled all their challenges to keep on running.
UFC fighter Tom Aspinall admits he's pretty scared ahead of his fight tomorrow night after only having 17 days to prepare. The self-proclaimed Honey Badger will face the Russian Sergei Pavlovich at Madison Square Gardens after John Jones could not compete due to injury. However, Aspinall is still confident and believes he does his best work when he's scared. Josh Coetzee has been a key figure in the Solent hockey squad since relocating from South Africa. The striker spoke to Solent Sports News about his experience south of the equator.
Josh Coetzee is an international student at Southampton University. Following his move from his native South Africa to study, the 20-year-old has joined the Bucks hockey team at Southampton.
I lived in Gauteng and I played provincial hockey for Gauteng, and there's an interprovincial tournament once a year where all the provinces play against each other. It's quite a big tournament. So yeah, we played Western Cape, Eastern Cape, all the other provinces really, and my province did very well each year.
The competitive standard of hockey played in South Africa has helped Coetzee settle in England, with the striker having scored 3 goals already this season.
I only really experienced hockey until age 18 there, and I played quite a high standard of hockey there. So I never really experienced university hockey. But so far so good, and I'm enjoying the culture the UK hockey provides me.
The opportunity to study for a degree in accountancy, combined with the poor socio-economic climate back home, has resulted in Coetzee's commitment to Southampton hockey.
The challenges in our economy and South Africa in general, it inspired me for a bit of change, and just the search for a better quality of life really, Archie.
Coetzee was fortunate enough to attend Crawford College, Lone Hill in South Africa, and benefited from the quality facilities and infrastructure at his school. His outlook on the facilities further highlights the funding issues faced by the sport in England.
It's a lot slower because all of the pitches in South Africa are water-based, and these are all sand-based, and the ball moves a lot faster in South Africa because of the water-based Astra.
Despite the Southampton team looking competitive this year, the student still believes more needs to be done to improve results on the field.
The key differences are at our uni level, and at our uni specifically, we only have 1 training session a week, whereas South Africa we'd have, at a school level, not even provincial, we'd have 3 training sessions a week, 1 being 2 hours of fitness, and the other 2 ball skills and all our tactics that we play in the game.
The going hasn't always been easy. The former indoor hockey international suffered serious knee injuries at a young age, but has recovered to play a pivotal role in the Southampton side.
When I was 16, I tore my ACL and my meniscus, and 2 months go by and I played indoor for South Africa.
With the Bucks Western League looking tightly contested and a Cup second-round fixture looming, Coetzee is optimistic for the remainder of the season.
Since we only won 1 game last year, or 2 games, I'd like to push that up to 5 games we win, and we win them comfortably. I'd say we beat Swansea yesterday 1-0, Our next game is Exeter Fives, which we lost 2-0 a couple of weeks ago, but I think we can push a good result and make it a 3-2 win. Solent.
A former tennis world #1 is making a comeback in the Brisbane International. Naomi Osaka returns after a 15-month break from the sport where she took time to prioritise her mental health. The tournament will take place from the 31st of December to the 7th of January 2024. Ultra white collar boxing comes to Southampton this weekend. The event consists of a set of complete novices who go through 8 weeks of boxing training to fight on week 9. This is all to raise money for cancer research. We now go live to Liam Warren, who's with Larson Smith.
Hello, I'm Callum Pearman. I'm here at Switch nightclub, which will play host to the Ultra White Collar Boxing event tomorrow afternoon. I'm here with one of the fighters, Larson Smith. How are you, Larson?
Yeah, good, thank you.
How are you feeling about your fight tomorrow? I've heard you taking it on short notice.
Yeah, so I took the fight on Monday. I don't really have much training camp as much as my opponent has. Obviously, a larger opponent as well. Stands at around 6'7", so he's a big fighter, 20 kilos heavier than me. But yeah, it should be okay. Obviously, coming off of a loss, so got a lot to prove this next fight.
And you've done 3 of these now this year, and they're all for charity. Can you give us a bit more information about the charity and why?
Yeah, so it all runs for cancer research. Obviously, all the lads and the ladies that fight will have an 8 weeks training for free with inner city boxing, and they help us train and just sort of get us to a level where we can put an event on the night.
And you've obviously had 1 win and 1 draw this fight. Are you looking to get the win and comfortably in a knockout fashion, or is it more?
I feel with the size of the opponent, I think you take a decision. A win's a win. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, the dream's always to knock someone out or knock someone down. Do you know what I mean? But if you can get the decision, you get the win. You get the win.
And you might recognise Larson from our previous package of him when he fought in Manchester on KOTR. How's that going in KOTR?
Yeah, okay, so I've had 1 win, 1 loss. Obviously, that last loss coming off of KOTR. Really good organisation, obviously a bit different, lighter gloves, no head guards, so, you definitely feel the punches a lot more on them. But yeah, it's good to go back to white collar and just, humble myself and, level myself again.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Larson. Back to you in the studio.
Over to the NFL, the Chicago Bears defeated the Carolina Panthers 16-13. The Panthers have still only won a single game all season, losing their other 9. This is a huge win for the Bears as it almost confirms their chances at the first draft pick for next season. Southampton legend Laurie McManamey will write his final column for the Southern Daily Echo today after 20 years. Laurie McManamey managed Southampton for 12 years and during this spell won the 1976 FA Cup over Manchester United. Daily Echo editor Ben Fishwick says it's been an honour and a privilege to have had worked with someone like Laurie in the newspaper for as long as he did. That's all from us for now. Keep up to date with our sporting news on our socials at Solent Sports News and our website solentsportsnews.co.uk.